everyone, and welcome to another edition of Virtual Team Weekly. This week we'll take a look back at the scores and the highs and lows of week 3. We'll also touch base with a captain in Captain's Log, maybe some of the teammates too. We've got a Dream Team feature and also having a little look at some technical issues in Tech Corner. So let's look back at last week. Then let's have a look at those tables and see where we're at. It's still the Virtual Ravens one out in front with nearly 4,000 on their average of 3,981. Straight up into second though, England Invaders had a good week. They're rocketing up now into second place. Untouchable Slims up in there into third, and the Tewkesbury Titans, who were second, just dropping down to fourth place, and Swanage Sharks bringing up the fifth. However, Swanage Sharks and Tewkesbury Titans on exactly the same score, it's 3,440. But some great movers. So Live Darts, Iceland, Team USA 1, Team Germany, Virtual Ravens 2, you can see them there, all going in the right direction, heading northwards up the table. So a bit of a mixture this week of up and downers, but we've got to say that the England Invaders have had a cracking week, and the Virtual Ravens 1 still out there in front. Okay, now, Captain's Log. This time, slightly different. The team captain will be joined by some of his teammates. And we're going to go over and have a chat with Team Bristol Warriors. Captain's Log, but not just the captain. Captain Robbie Long of the Bristol Warriors has been joined by a couple of players from his team. And we're going to have a bit of a chat about how they're getting on. First of all, I suppose we better say hello to Robbie. Robbie, captain, let's put your hand up so everybody knows who you are. Captain of the Warriors, how are you?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. Just waiting for the kids to go back, basically.
Yes, as probably everybody can see, we're all in the pits of darkness.
That's why I'm in the bedroom. No dartboard.
Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it, because it is the evening, and just an opportunity to have a chat about how you guys got together, because for those that are watching, one or two of you are not all from the same area, and we've got a team here, mixture of UK-based players and also from Ireland. So we better go round the squares and introduce Shane. Shane, Ryan, how are you?
I'm all good. How about yourself?
Marvellous, marvellous. Thank you so much for joining us. Are we on the same time zone?
Yeah, no, the same zone.
Just checking. And then we've got Paul Smith in the bottom right-hand corner. Paul, how are you?
Very well, mate. Thank you. Very well.
Good man, okay? Good man. And then as we come back to Robbie, why did you pick this lot for the team then?
I played with, well, apart from Shane, this is the first time I've ever seen his face, to be honest. I know a lot
what
of them,
a face.
Yeah, obviously I do all the stuff online, checking everybody's scores and that, and I've seen Shane basically right from the start. It's very rarely he's not somewhere near the top. So when I put a thing on Facebook and Paul said, me and Shane are looking for a team, I was like, I don't know the man, but I know he can play. We want to.
Yeah.
Paul I've known since I was probably 13, 14 years old. And the rest of the team, Rob, Marcus, Ryan, Andy, is just basically we're a group of friends. Steve Werrett, we're a group who have played darts for a long time. For years in the same teams against each other. And we're also playing in the online virtual leagues that we've been doing at the 2 bars, and Steve and Paul were playing in that as well. So I know it was people who could do the routine and we're comfortable. Apart from Paul, we're all pretty technically savvy and can get things up and going.
Yeah,
I'm just a captain who's top of the league, very well.
We got him eventually.
Yeah, we did. I can't believe Robbie said he had never seen Shane before. Shane's been over to England twice. Can't you remember Shane, Rob?
No, I come up late, didn't I? The second time I come up late.
Oh,
I didn't really. I played and went home.
I got videos of you doing karaoke, mind, with Shane.
Oh, dear. So is it like this when you do your darts night?
Yeah.
It's like this when we're out.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. So technically you behave yourself more when you're online.
Yes.
Well, I suppose this is being recorded, to be fair. Shane, how on earth did you get with this rabble?
Basically, I've known Paul now for a few years because our darts team, Baker's Corner, will go over to Bristol. Went over twice over to the 501 bar, and basically we just got talking and we became friends overall. And then we both started the JDC together, and we both said that, right, we're going to finish it in 36 days, so the minimum amount of time as possible. So we kind of had like a little kind of like small little rivalry going on between ourselves and that, which is what you want, a little bit kind of thing, you know. But then when there was rumblings about a team event, Paul got on to me straight away, and he goes, "Listen, I have 3 lads already arranged. Would you mind joining in?" I said, "Yeah, happy days." I said that, like, I know how good these lads are, day in, day out kind of thing. So it's like, I want a team as well that I know I can have a laugh with. You know, that I don't like the online stuff. I don't take as serious as like as I would call it proper darts, but it's not. You know what I mean, like that. But the online stuff is like, it's a bit more fun, and like and that's what I'm looking for when it comes to kind of darts sometimes. So when Paul said that, and then he tagged my name with Robbie, I was like, right, definitely have to join in with these lads at that, and it's been great since. Like, it's been like, it's like it's like, I was well straight away, like, you know, kind of way as well. Like, there's none of this like where you feel left out because you're like being a new lad. Like, you straight away clicked in. Any bad score you hit, they're like, they're behind you. If you had a good score, they're behind you. So like, there's nothing bad to say about it, kind of thing, you know. And that's what you kind of need when it comes to like team darts. You need it like a team behind you, you know, kind of way. So I was very, very happy to join.
So, Paul, how did the night go then? I mean, keeping it clean, how do you do a night, or do you have a certain time to do your round and do a live? I mean, how does it run?
Robin's our captain, and pretty much, I think he decided that we were going to do our live top 4 go on a Wednesday. So I think he pretty much, we start on a Monday and Tuesday, and then top 4 go on the Wednesday. And like Singh was saying, then, to be fair, Singh's been in the top 4. What was it, the 3rd week now, Singh?
Yeah.
Tomorrow? Yeah. Singh's been in the top 4. Well, the first 3 weeks, and Singh's a very good player. So, but like all the boys said, it's all a bit of fun, really. But it's different doing it at home. It's much more relaxing. So, but I know, really enjoying this JDC things. I think it's kept a lot of us going through lockdown, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's thanks to Steve and
absolutely,
and Anders as well. So you say you do yours on a Wednesday night. Do you play the virtual stuff before? Because what Shane mentioned there, for those who don't know, you've done the JDC virtual before.
Yeah, so I started it on day 1, and you got even at 6 passports, so 6 times 6, 36. And I've done open up all passports in the amount of time. And to be fair, after about the first 5 or 6 attempts, I pretty much got hooked on it. I'd wake up during lockdown, and the first thing I would think about was, what time am I going to do my challenge? Better get hours practiced in, have a good go at it. And you had to average 700 over 6 goes, open up a passport, and then really enjoyed it. To be fair, really enjoyed it.
There were some dark days back in March and April.
There was, you know. There was.
But Robbie, you know a little bit more about the JDC, being part of the sort of youngsters part as well. But how do you think it's embraced the adults that we're talking to now?
It's been massive, to be honest. There's still people joining it now, and obviously we do the website and we see the messages coming in every day. Can I still qualify? How many have I got to get? Oh, sorry, mate, I accidentally typed this score or this score, and it's madness to keep up with. But it's taken off, and with the launch of teams, you can see the numbers within the last few weeks have risen again, and there's loads of new guys who haven't been doing it, who didn't know anything about it, and they're all getting involved now, and it's just positive feedback. Every message you get, everywhere you look, we're just getting positive feedback, and so my guys enjoy it, but I think everybody's enjoying it, to be fair, and it is, like Paul said, it's just it's something to keep people going. And
there's a buzz about it all. Even when the pubs open up, and we were laid back in the pubs for, I don't know how long it was, 6, 7, 8 weeks?
Yeah.
Every pub we went in, all you could hear was, make it count. So, you know what I mean?
Oh, don't go there.
I hear that in sleep.
Normally when I hear make it count, what follows a big 1 or a big 5, to be fair.
Correct.
So, but I mean, we're even... When we were like back in the pubs, you know what I mean? We'd have a little game of darts, and then it was pounds in, higher score, you know, on the challenge. So it's really took off. Really enjoying it.
So, and you know, let's not beat around the bush here. You guys are quite serious dart players. That's obvious. Or you have darts running through your veins. So, the JDC virtual concept, the concept of those 57 independent targets, the 3 lots of routines, that's become sort of a lighter, more fun, competitive kind of thing. Or do you actually think this is being taken really seriously? Anyone else?
Yeah. I think everyone's
it's got like a mixture. It does get you ready for when you're playing a proper game. Like there's very few times you see like you go, I'm going to practice 15s now. I'm going to practice 12s. But it's them checkouts that will win you games. Like say it kind of helps you from like 61 to like 89. Them checkouts. Yeah. Exactly like that. And like also it puts the pressure in to hit your double first start. When you start messing around with your doubles, your head starts to go like that. So it makes you hit them first start. Like if you're doing your doubles and you miss till 6, your hands start to shake and go, I can't believe I'm missing so many. But if you go in 1, 2, 3, you can like it's momentum based as well, like that, But going and hitting them Shanghais or hitting the treble 15 or treble 16 first start. When you go into a proper game, as I keep on calling it proper game, you know what I mean? It's not like that. But like for like a 72 or an 85 or a 61, when you can ping that treble first start and then know you can ping that double first start, it helps with board management so much, especially with the kids. Like that's what I loved about it at the start. Like I've known about it since day one. Like I know a lot of Irish young people that play it, and they are sterling players, and they're counting on them now.
It is really good practice.
But going back to the other team, so how many's in the team then?
Got 8 in our team.
8 players.
Yeah, in our team, yeah.
Cool. All right. And this season, whereabouts are we in the league? Because we're chatting on a Tuesday night now. I forgot the day.
Yeah, after the first week we were 8th. The live didn't go too well last week, so we've dropped the place down to 9th. But I mean, what's quite good about our team is the fact we've had 3 qualifying things, and it's been 4 different people every time.
Right.
It just shows that the whole team can play darts, sort of thing. So there's not like a strong set. It's only Shane who's been in every one, I believe.
Yeah.
For me, it was my first one qualifying today, and it was the same with Marcus.
I missed out on the first week. I think by 50 points, finished 5th.
Yeah.
Second time I got in, I think I'm sitting in 4th now. But who's got to go later? Andy White. Andy White, yeah. Andy White's Mr. Consistent, so he's gonna do that.
It's constant 1200, just across it. Like just down. Oh yeah, he's very good. Yeah.
But I guess if you've got a number of people, so I've only got a very small team. Generally, we're all going to probably play, and we look at our average. So we didn't really jump any spaces, but we actually increased our team live average. 20 points, whatever it was. But it shows that we're getting better,
It wasn't until the second week that I thought I thought your first average was just going to go up and down, but I didn't realise they were actually adding the week 2 average on top. So obviously you're going to get like 10,000 come the end.
Yeah.
And I think that gives everyone more of a chance, because what late average is. The first average you get, it's hard to go up and down, really, even if you get. Yeah. It's like if you're on a 30 average after 2 legs, you know you're going to be roughly around there. So, but with this, it gives people to climb the ladder.
Yeah.
And what you just said, Paul, about you were. Well, I think you said 50 points off or whatever. You've got then, if you've got 8 players and the similar 4 perhaps do play regularly, yours isn't the case, but the others have got something to look at each other and try and build on beating each other to get into those lots.
Yeah, I mean, that's everyone's little personal goal. I mean, like the boys have said, everyone in our little team, we're all friends. We all know each other. I mean, Marcus Natman, me and Marcus were playing, like, to be fair, pretty much a full circle, like with all this now with the kids. When I was playing 13, 14 in the pub, Steve was like 12, Marcus was like 13. And I think apart from Steve Looker, Rob McBack, we were the only 4. After that, it was like 20-year-olds. And we were the only kids about. So
yeah, it was the same. It was the same when I started in the pubs. It wasn't until I was 16, 17, you saw another youngster.
No, I would have. I mean, when I was 16, my highest ever average 32.73. That's what got me in the counting. But there was nothing that I would love to have what the kids got now. Big tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, what we put on every week going back to the kids, it's like week in, week out, the tournaments we do. Just a few years I've been involved, to see the growth of it and the amount of stuff that the opportunities basically we're giving them. It's crazy. When I was a kid, I mean, me and Marcus used to have to go to Sussex just to play a youth county game. Drive all the way to Sussex, 4 hours just to play a best of 3 game.
Yeah.
You go, get absolutely hammered because they put you up to the under 21s and then go all the way home again.
You see, you talk about opportunities, but I mean, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, probably can't say too much, but this is going to go bonkers.
Yeah. I mean, I seen JDZ Virtual put something on Facebook the other day, and someone was knocking it in, whatever way, shape, or form. And I went on there. If you don't want to get involved, don't get involved. Because at the end of the day, in what sport can you do a virtual thing and in Gibraltar and potentially? I mean, I think Steve's labelled this as the world virtual champion.
Shake, I mean, you must have seen that. Have you travelled around the world playing darts or travelled around Europe playing darts?
I've done a little bit, nothing major. Like I started late. I started like when I was 19 playing as well like that. So there wasn't a lot again in kind of youth darts back then like that. You know, I was just kind of fresh eyed and stuff like that. But I went over to Q School a few years ago. Not only to watch basically a few of my mates went over and I went over, and that kind of sparked me on. That was about 5-6 years ago, and it kind of sparked me on to wanting to do more like that. So I had a plan for this year. I had everything planned out. I was going to do the INDO. It's called over here, the Irish National Darts Organisation. I was going to do the full circuit with them. The Tom Kirby. I was going to go and do other stuff like that, and then everything went kaput, of course. But the best thing what happened was out of the ashes rose the virtual JDC. So in my head, I was like, I'm going to take this as serious as I can. I had a bit of fun with it, of course, but like this is now the thing I have to look forward to for this year. So I done my 36 days and I qualified. I actually done my second last one at like 11:50, and then done my last one at 12:01.
Yeah.
You know, I done it so it had
I think
so
you
like.
I think you messaged me saying, didn't you, when you had 2 more days to go, you went, I'm going to do one tonight at 11:50 and one tomorrow at 12:05. I'm going to be the first person to get them done.
I done them both, and it didn't register me for some reason, so I had to go and then get onto the admin to get it fixed. But I was number 3, so I'm okay with number 3. I'm okay with that. They got me fixed quick enough. So cheers, Rob.
I done it. Had a word.
I've done it a couple of times, like 12 o'clock. Do it. You're the only person who's done it in the world. No matter what you hit, you were top. Screenshot it. Facebook. I'm top of the world.
Yeah, like again, I finished top twice out of it. Now again, out of all the caliber of players, I'm very happy with that. It was one like I finished top. One of the first ones I finished top like recently as well. I've had some good runs. I've had some bad runs, of course, but it's one of these ones that always makes you want to come back. So I done the qualifying as well for the rock. So I'm ranked 36th, I think, overall. So as well, that was even with me being lazy and getting docked 1,000 points back. I got my days wrong. So like that was my own fault.
It's fine margins as well. I mean, we all know darts is fine margin. You know, 2 millimeter either way, you've scored 18 or 118. With this, you know, every throw you could go treble, single, missed the double.
Yeah.
Couple of doubles, do the same again. You scored 400, 500. That one double here or there, 4 or 5 doubles pick off. You've got 1,500.
Yeah. So it comes to me, I miss a single. Last night I went in treble, double, and then don't miss a single, hit a second double.
Well, I've got you. Well, I've got you all, because this is a question I've been asked, and maybe somebody would like to listen to it. Guys, when you do your routines, do you have a plan? So, did you go for the big space first, or segment they call it, or do you go for a double first? Do you go for the treble first, or do you just actually aim and hope you can hit the treble first? I don't know.
Me personally, first dart, I always go for the treble. If I hit the treble first dart, I would then always go for the double, because if I miss the double outside, I can then go back to the treble. So I scored 6 points, say 6 singles. Yeah. But if you go treble, single, miss the double, you've only scored 4. Or if you go treble, single, go for the double, go inside, you've only scored 5. So if you go treble for the double outside, you can go back for a treble, so you can score the highest possible score with 2 darts.
If you go for the treble as well, you get the most amount of darts at the smallest target. So if you start somewhere else, you know.
But the problem with going for the treble first, you got 30-40% chance of it not even the big number. And then you're chasing the trebles, and you've hit nothing, and you think, I could have hit 3 big singles there.
I mean, but if you start with a treble, you got 2 darts at the treble, haven't you? Rather than
exactly
outside in.
Risk reward.
Yeah,
I tried a few times to start with the double first, and it did. I tried to go for the double first, kind of going right. If I go inside, it means I can hit. Then I can use the barrel to hit the double, then go for the treble. And it didn't feel right.
I've tried it.
Like that.
That's because it's not right.
No,
there you go, like mystery solved, like, you know.
Like Shane was saying a minute ago about, you know, the practicing and the doubles. I think if you go treble and then go for a double, but you hit the single, you got that 1 dart in that double. So you know, it's like when you're on double 9 or double 7 or double 5, you're toying with it. With that 1 dart, you think this is an extra 100 points plus the double. So you got to go for it. You take that into the game and you think, you know, all the doubles are the same size. We all know that, but there is tricky doubles if you don't want to come inside because you don't want to start messing around with your checks. But if you've got treble, single, and I'm going for this double eight, you know, it's definitely improved my game because in between lockdowns, like I said, Steve started up this virtual thing over the 2 bars. Again, same last stop, but I feel like it's improved my game a little bit. A little bit.
I think everybody would say that because, you know, at the end of the day, natural practice and repetition of practice in whatever sport you're in is going to do some good, surely.
Yeah.
And the beauty of this is that when we get to some point where we can actually go back to the bars, the cafes, and sort of have some regular life, we can still do this in the pub or in the bar.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
As a bit of a warm up for a league night, or you know, have it as an advantage the whole evening, like, you know.
You were saying a minute ago about routine. I don't think I've ever had. I've never been a big practicer anyway. Like I can't stand on the board and just go around the board or play. I mean, this is probably the only time in my sort of darting sort of life I've been doing it. I've actually had some sort of routine.
Yeah.
Like I've done the Q schools and I got the semi-final challenge tours and county, but I never warmed up. You just throw at the board, don't you? And then when you're fast forward half hour, it's 5-0 on the anchor, and you got a couple of darts at tops. You know, I've always said I don't see the point in practicing doubles because I could hit 100 out of 100 at home.
But when it comes to it,
if you got 1 dart or 2 darts, I'll throw it the same. It either goes in or it doesn't.
I think that was the premise that when Steve created this challenge was that you've got 1 go at the double, so there's no hiding. You can't try and make it up by hitting another after whatever. It's at the end of the day, you miss. And I think to give people that pressurized, well, I've got to hit me double. It also stops other darts getting in the way if you haven't thrown it properly and all that kind of stuff, you know. But it certainly has improved everyone's game. I think if you look at everybody, whether you're an academy kid playing JDC Virtual Team, after a while, everybody seems to get slightly better. So my thoughts are, what the heck is it going to be like when everybody comes offline and starts playing properly? We're going to have a huge standard of
very true.
Millions of people around the world that have been playing darts for the last 9 months.
Yeah. Everybody would just be going for treble 10s. I've never gone for treble 10s so much in my life.
Yeah. What are you doing? Well, it's treble 15, obviously, isn't it?
But getting back to the make it count site, Robbie, when we're doing that JDC virtual thing, obviously Steve Ware is in our team. He plays for my team on a Monday.
Yeah.
If you leave 120 in a game, you look at your own and make it count. And also, over a 60 check in the Mad Darts, the point system as well, is 4 points. So I've never been so mad, so literally mad. I've never been to gutted. I have 60 left. My opponent's on 250, and I've gone 20, missed tops. I've never been to gutted more because you're missing a double, and you're missing the 4.
How many times have you purposely gone for a big single just to leave 60?
Yeah,
I bust 61. My opponent's on 180 odds. Just to give myself another. Yeah.
We've got a whole new way of playing here.
It is absolutely.
Oh, mate, I tell you what, guys, it's been fantastic to catch up. Shane, it's been really good to see you, and thank you for joining in with the Bristol Warriors. And Paul, been really good to talk to you. Thank you for your your experiences of playing with this man here, Robbie, the captain of the Bristol Warriors. Thank you for setting up the team, Rob, else we wouldn't have had a chat tonight.
No problem, mate. It's what I do.
Cheers. It's what I do.
Guys, thank you very much. We'll catch you soon.
Ta-da, mate.
Our next section then, folks, is Tech Corner. For those that don't know, just a little section that might help regarding any technical issues or any workings of the Go Darts Pro system and the Virtual Team League pages. So let's get into Tech Corner. Hi there, and welcome back to another Tech Corner. This week, just want to point out the support that you can get from Go Darts Pro. It's at the bottom of every page on their system. However, in particular, this week we had a team where 2 remaining players battling out for the last live spot for the team got the same score. So the system would have probably just put the alphabetical order player through. That's not correct. So if you have that scenario and you've got 1 spot left and a couple of players have got the same score to get at that final spot, you need to contact Go Darts Pro support. They will put the scores back to 0 and they can go again in qualifying. Then for this week, the Dream Team. Who were those 4 players that had the best scores in week 3? I got him in. So, top of the shop, Kevin Lane. Kevin for the Virtual Ravens 2 scored 1,722 points. So a cracking score there for Kevin. Mark Safford, 1,693 for the England Invaders. Again, had a good week there. Mr. Consistent for the Bristol Warriors, Andy White, with 1,655. Again, these are just great scores. And Ricky King for the Swanage Sharks, who, again, is usually their most valued player, I think, with 1,577. So some superb scores there. So Kevin, Mark, Andy and Ricky be your A squad, wouldn't they, really, this week? And just a couple of things before I go. Dmitry Zherkov, 1,539 for the Irish All-Stars. Great score. Ricardo Petrescu, hopefully I've pronounced that correctly, 1,505 for Team Germany. All of them looking good, actually. And Wayne Wall for the Untouchable Slims. He's popped in with a 1,514. So there's plenty more, but those were the highlights of the scores from our dream team. Have a good week next week. It's week 4. See you then.